What is up, people? This is WWE Breakdowns, and I am Mr. Filthy, and this is Ryan, and we are going to be recording the, what was it, Dallas, Texas, Raw today on the 13th, the day
Yeah.
before my birthday, yes. Mm.
We have 10 minutes till then. We're going to sing happy birthday at midnight.
No, I will commit suicide on camera and get our channel banned.
That's not good. We'll say happy birthday privately then, but either way. We had Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman kick off this episode of Monday Night Raw with some police officers because every good episode with Paul Heyman in it needs police officers because, yeah. They did this before with the Paul Heyman thing. I don't remember what it was, but I remember this happening. It's just like they're trying to make Brock Lesnar like be the heel, but I don't feel like it's working. The crowd was not booing Brock Lesnar.
And Brock just seems happy to be there. He's lost all intensity. He's just like, yeah, I'm here.
Mhm. He's probably retiring at SummerSlam, so he's just along for the ride by now. But Heyman says the police are out there because of Obafemi. So obviously we knew that, Paul, number one. And number two, he was saying that Obafemi is obsessed with Brock Lesnar because he turned down a title match to fight him. And he says that he's the biggest dummy he's met in his entire life. And then he decided to call what?
I was gonna say, I did make the same criticism, so.
You did.
But
You did.
he did make a very good point on why that means bullshit. Because he did say, well, even if I did cash in my title opportunity, you were going to cost me it anyway.
Which I 100% agree with.
And I think you even said the same thing to me, where it's like,
Yeah.
he's probably going to lose either way if he does use it.
Heyman or Lesnar was just going to come out and fuck it up anyway. But
And it's now better just to get it out of the way and then him come back and re-earn it, which he will because he's Obafemi.
exactly. He called Obafemi a psycho ex-girlfriend coming after Brock Lesnar and a stalker.
Didn't you attack Oba? What?
Yeah,
Wait, you're saying,
I think.
did you say Brock said that about him? Or Oba said that about Brock?
Yeah, Heyman said that to Oba. That he's a psycho ex-girlfriend.
Kind of the fucking pot calling the kettle black a little bit there, don't you think, Paul?
I would say so because I'm pretty sure Brock attacked him like 2 weeks ago. But
Right, and it was the reason
whatever.
why, like, he even forgoed his title opportunity in the first place is because after he beat him again, Brock attacked him, didn't he? Or not
Yeah,
beat him
I
again,
forget.
but it went, Brock beat him the first time, Oba beat him the second time, and then Brock attacked him, like a week later or something like that.
I forget how the match at Mania's got started. Oh, Brock came looking for challengers. That's what it was, and Obafemi answered. That's what it was. So
It's basically
technically,
all Brock's fault.
Brock losing at Mania, the losing their first match.
No, he won the first match, that's why he had the second match.
No, Obafemi won at Mania, and then Brock Lesnar beat him at the Night of Champions.
What?
They had the second match
Oh,
because
yeah,
Brock
yeah,
Lesnar
yeah,
attacked him
yes,
because he was mad that he won. So yes, you're right. It is all Brock Lesnar's fault. But
Either way.
Heyman, I guess, didn't get that memo because he says that everyone likes to talk shit, and then they get hit by Brock Lesnar, and then they're not obsessed with Brock Lesnar anymore. Clearly, Obafemi didn't get that message because he's been hit by Brock Lesnar. Well, what did it take a Night of Champions? 7 F5s?
Yeah.
So, not accurate, I want to say.
Was it no DQ in that match as well? Didn't he hit him with something else? Or am I misremembering?
Was it no DQ?
Probably wasn't. I'm misremembering this whole feud, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember something with a chair, but I could be thinking of a whole different
It
story.
might have been an attack. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, I think actually Lesnar did attack him with a chair at one point. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of when he was gonna go in with the chair but didn't, and was like acting like he was about to go attack him.
Maybe that's what it was. They had so many segments by now that because this has been like a fucking 5 month rivalry that I'm confused.
Oh, during the contract signing, Brock hit him with the chair.
Okay, so yeah, there was a chair attack. Okay, we are remembering correctly. We're just not remembering when correctly.
That's
But
usually how it
like I
goes.
said, like I said, 5 month feud, kind of hard to follow.
I'm like your
Um,
parents, basically. I may remember most of what happened in your life. I just will not remember anything about when.
exactly. I'm not gonna remember how old you were. I'm gonna say you were 12 and you were probably like 20, but it's fine.
And if you have siblings, like I might not even remember your name.
Yeah, my dad's good at that one.
I said, which
So,
one are you again?
so Heyman says he went to WWE to get a non-touch clause because apparently that's what they call it. I thought it was no contact, but
That
Heyman said
sounds
no, no.
kind of kinky, Paul.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So he says that he went to a judge that knew his father instead and pulled a couple of favors, and he got a restraining order. So now Obafemi cannot come within 100 feet of Brock Lesnar.
Which just basically actually means he's going to attack him in like a week or like the last SmackDown or Raw before fucking the main event of the pay per view.
Which makes sense because, storyline purposes. But he also says that he got a restraining order on Brock Lesnar too. Says that Brock will honor it because he's a law abiding citizen.
Wow,
So
is
they
that a
each have a
racial
restraining
thing there,
order.
Paul? Are you trying to say because
Hmm.
Obafemi is black, he doesn't follow the law?
I'm gonna say probably
I mean, Brock
because
has had a history.
yeah, this is true.
He said,
Uh,
"Would you call me?"
just then the lights go off. Obafemi's music hits, and he marches to the ring. And the police get in the ring, forming a wall of some kind of sort between the two of them.
I
Or,
said,
well, I should say three of them because Heyman was still in the ring.
I said, Paul, are you calling me a thug right now?
Right, right. What'd you say? Oba says he came for a fight tonight, but he wants explanation for what's going on. And then Heyman says he's in violation of his restraining order. And the cops say we have to arrest him. And this Obafemi, this man literally tosses the first cop from the middle of the ring over the top rope outside the ring.
Which makes me wonder: are they going to do an angle next Raw or on SmackDown where he gets arrested?
Um, it would be possible, I would
Because he
think, but
basically just assaulted several officers. I'm pretty sure those are felonies. Like,
yeah, because then he takes out the rest of the cops, then throws one of the cops onto all the others, which was like four other ones,
he said, "You
and
can't
then he
give the ruler a
right.
felony." Hmm.
He's like, what's going on? You used to run the place, now you run away. And he says, this is when he tells Heyman, even if it weren't for the title, you would have screwed me anyway. He says, SummerSlam, you and me, and you can't run from Hell in a Cell, and you can't run from Obafemi. So this
But he just
this
did.
seems more of like a going to pay per view promo, but it's not
Right? Are they gonna just
because
drop the build to this
right,
feud now for the rest of the fucking time?
like Brock's just not gonna show up. I don't know. Like the promo last week was good, but I don't think 2 weeks of just Obafemi yelling at Paul Heyman would be a good enough build. Uh, I don't know. Like
It's
when,
kind of
when
decent
Brock's
build, but
there,
it's feeling like
yeah,
if they don't keep going with it, it's gonna fucking suck. But then also now, where do we go with how this went?
exactly. Like I don't think Brock's gonna show up again until SummerSlam, honestly. But
Everything I though feel like comes from Oba with the finality. Every promo he cuts feels like the last promo, and I don't know why.
maybe he's just that good. Honestly, no.
Is it good or is it just the way he cuts them? I feel like it's because he does the whole like sign off every time where I'm the ruler, the fucking this, the that, da 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 da, and I'll see you when I see you. But then it's like, wait, but I'm not gonna see you for a fucking week and a half.
Right, right. Like if this match was happening as Saturday night's main event, this would be the perfect way to cap it off. And I understand why it's not happening as Saturday night's main event. It's a Hell in a Cell. It's a big match. But like I said, it kind of feels like a now we go to the match next kind of promo. But also, it's just how Obafemi cuts promos at this point. I think so. But Io Sky and Roxanne Perez is next, and this match for first match, I liked it. There was a little bit too much Judgment Day interference, but what do you expect from Liv and Raquel? The ending, they try to push Sky off the top rope. She fights them off. Perez goes for a roll up. Io's able to reverse it with a pin of her own, and she beats Roxanne Perez. Liv attacks after the match, but Sky tosses her out of the ring. Perez clips her in the back of the leg from the leg that they took out earlier. And then for some reason, Sol Ruka comes to help. There's been absolutely no interaction between the two of them that we've seen on TV, from what I know, but
She had the beef with
whatever.
Liv or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, she fought Raquel last week for the title, but that doesn't really explain why she came out to help. But
Nice
nonetheless, right. Well, for her coming out to help, she got slammed headfirst into the barricade by Raquel, and then back first into the ring post.
Always a good time.
It must have felt great because she did not get up for the rest of this segment. Liv hits Oblivion while Io is checking on the outside. Raquel and Roxanne hold Io up while Liv hits her in the face with the women's world title. So, build equals great, which equals money, which equals I want to watch because now I want to see more.
Right.
Waiting till SummerSlam is long, but I feel like Liv and Io can have a really good match, but I don't see Liv retaining the title. And in my opinion, that just has to do with her title reign kind of falling flat after she won it. Like she hasn't defended it or really done much with it.
Right.
Like
nothing.
Yeah, I feel like everyone else is defending their titles, and she just unless you're Roman Reigns, and she's just there.
Champion. Like they don't do anything. Same thing happened with fucking only one that really defended it. I feel like is maybe Rhea.
I feel like with the Women's Intercontinental Championship, it's defended more, and I'm not just saying that because it was defended last week. I think that it has been defended more than any of the other titles, really.
A little bit.
The women's tag team champions are defended here and there, but I feel like the women's Intercontinental Championship is defended like every 3 weeks or so, which is good. I enjoy it. But
yeah.
I'm not sure what Tiffany Stratton is doing with the women's United States title.
Flicking her bean and then talking shit on the internet. I don't know.
Something like that. But that's a conversation for SmackDown. Because we don't talk about the titles on Raw unless Adam Pearce says, yeah, defend the SmackDown title on the Raw brand because I can't have Roman Reigns this week. Yeah, I'm going to put that there, and you guys can argue amongst yourself whether the WWE title was on Raw because Roman wasn't there or just because Adam Pearce is greedy and wants the ratings to go to himself.
Both.
Probably a little bit of both. Okay, the Vision come out to the ring, and Logan Paul confirmed that Maxine is part of the Vision, naming her the Vision Queen, or yeah, Vision Queen or Queen Vision, whatever it was.
The Queen of Visions. I don't know.
The Vision's bitch, essentially. I mean, I don't know if they pass her around. I'm not trying to say that kind of bitch, because Logan Paul is clearly a pimp with that cast.
I think
So
actually it's more like fucking this dude Austin Theory's a cuck, and they just kind of like put him in the corner.
like you make out with her and get her all riled up, and then we just steer you away, and Ron Breaker goes 23 miles per hour, and that's it. It's done.
Spears her pussy.
Yeah. So when she goes to start to talk, the Alpha Academy come out, but with no music because we need drama, I guess. And Tozawa's actually the one to ask if they can talk, and she basically tells the Vision to get the hell out of the ring because she wants to talk to them. Tozawa asks what she's doing because she's a wonderful person. She says she still loves them, but they didn't really give her a choice.
Which I don't.
She said it wasn't right, and then she says, "Oh, it wasn't fair because they said if she was with Austin, then she couldn't be with them. But if you're with Austin, who's already part of a group, how can you be with these guys that are also a part of a group?
Right.
You can't be flip floppy. It's not how it works." Otis says, "I told you about him and that he was bad news," but Maxine defends them by saying, "You don't know him." I think we all know Austin Theory at this point.
A fucking hole,
Yeah.
black hole of fucking charisma.
He just exudes charisma. Like every time he cuts a promo, I just totally want to hear it. I love it. Side note, his promo skills are really fucking bad. Anyway, Otis says he has to get something off his chest, and the Vision is laughing outside the ring. And Austin Theory says, "Are you confessing your feelings for her?" He's like, "Look at you." He says, "People like you don't end up with people like her." And before this goes further, Otis once bagged Mandy Rose. Okay.
True.
So before this goes any further, people like him definitely get people like her. Okay? So Austin Theory, you're wrong. Okay? You are wrong. He calls Otis fat and a bunch of other things, and then Otis pulls Austin Theory in over the top rope. Breaker comes in, hits Otis. Tozawa actually gets Breaker out of the ring and goes for a running jump over the top rope, but he's caught and thrown immediately into the commentary table. Otis, why do you align yourself with Tozawa? He's just there. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't want to be mean about it because he's trying his best, but Tozawa's just there. Otis explodes and he takes Breaker out of the ring. He goes to attack Theory, but Maxine stops him. Maxine, sorry. Who's Maxine? She asks, she doesn't say this into a mic, but you can hear it. She asks why he didn't just tell her how he felt. And she looks like she's about to kiss him, but Theory hits him with a low blow. And she says, "You really think we could ever be together?" Tozawa comes in, hits Theory, but a few seconds later, he's speared by Braun Breaker. They hit Otis with some brass knucks. Then Theory holds him while Breaker hits him with a super spear. So I said this last week that the Alpha Academy were probably going to be next for tag team titles. But I did not expect Otis to basically come out and try to announce his feelings before he got interrupted.
Bro really thought Austin Theory was damn near about to call him like Shrek and Fiona.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that Maxine turned heel, and I get what they were going for. And don't get me wrong, this was a great segment. I just didn't expect the low blow from Theory. But then again, what do you expect from people who align themselves with Logan Paul?
Well, Theory just needed to like cop a feel of Otis's nuts.
Are mine bigger? Hold on, let me see. Okay.
He's like, damn it, her ex has a bigger dick than me.
So this is why Otis was always basically all over Maxine during their entrances and shit, because he wanted to get it. He wanted to hit it. So we come back from commercial, and Royce Keys and Jimmy Uso are fighting, and apparently it's a match. And they show us during the break that Jimmy was looking for Solo, and Royce Keys attacked him because reasons, I guess. I'm not really sure. During the match, maybe it could be reason. Maybe Royce Keys does not like Samoan.
Mm.
So
No one
I don't
does
know.
anymore, and it's all The Rock's fault.
During the match, they show us that Jacob Fatu arrives. He jumps the barricade, jumps in the ring, and starts attacking Royce Keys for no reason. This was a made match by Adam Pearce, as we saw during the commercial. So I don't know why he's attacking Royce Keys, but Fatu says, "I don't want to do this to you." He hits him with a chair in the gut while he's in the corner. He puts the chair around his neck. Then Solo comes down to the ring through the timekeeper area, and he says, "I understand. I was lost and I left the family." He says, "I'm coming home to the family," and he throws up the ones. Fatu and Jimmy follow, but he hits Jimmy with the Samoan spike. They get the upper hand on them, so he jumps in and they take him out. Royce Keys jumps in to help. They take him out. He locks the Tonga death grip on I think it was Solo, but LA Knight comes out with a chair. He gets them both with a chair, and then they retreat. And he says, "I need the Usos and Fatu in this ring. I need both of them. I want Jay. You need to call up Jay, get Jay here." He says, "But this time I don't have to do them." So I'm thinking Royce Keys and Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. So I'm for this. Like, definitely. Usos, Fatu versus Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys.
Yeah, no, I was actually pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I am excited for this Solo Sikoa face turn as Solo, take off the suit. Let's get back to the street champ, because that's the gimmick that we all want. Not to say I don't like the gimmick, but there's no reason for you to have the gimmick anymore. You don't have a tribe. You're not the leader of anything anymore.
And Royce Keys is just floundering. I don't know what his gimmick's even supposed to be, other than like, I'm a guy who happens to be a black and then also happens to be wearing a singlet and happens to come out to the ring and be big and strong.
He's big, strong man who finally is aligning himself with Solo Sikoa. I'm gonna go with that. Oh,
like
and then
Drew
this
back in the day, he's like, I happen to be Scottish, I happen to be tall, I happen to be a big guy that Vince likes. Like, that's what his game was.
I'm the chosen one, and I got the Intercontinental title and still flopped and got fired twice. And then they called me back when I became a big, strong guy, and now I'm doing movies and don't care about the business. Yeah, that's Drew McIntyre.
He went full Roman Reigns on us.
He did. Heyman is backstage saying he's so proud of the vision. And Austin Theory says, "Oh, so back together?" Heyman says, "Maxine was so great. What do you need me for?" And he just fucks off. So you came back there to say everybody's doing a great job, but you're like, "Oh, you have Maxine now. You don't need me. Bye." Maxine, you're cool and everything, but you're no Paul Heyman.
Bro said, I'm cutting my losses. You're going to be the next Alpha Academy in a week.
Well, Maybe his thought process is, she got you guys those titles back. I get people titles. Why do you need me anymore?
They're gonna be the next Alpha Academy.
Yeah,
She,
they are.
she is the curse.
She thinks she is.
She's Danhausen's secondary curse method.
I'd second it, but oh, this is something I forgot to mention earlier. The next segment, when Femi walks into Adam Pierce's office, Adam Pierce says that there's no restraining order and the police officers were fake. So basically discrediting everything that Paul Heyman said at the beginning of the show.
Basically.
What was the word on Pierce used? They were phony. The police and the restraining order was phony, fake.
Okay.
So
yeah.
no arrests. Yeah, no arrests will be made or anything.
Darn it! I wanted to see crime.
Crime was technically committed. Those officers looked pretty legit, but
technically they're gonna they should get arrested because they're committing felonies. So now we gotta arrest Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar.
You're right. Impersonating the police is a felony.
Yep, very, very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous, very scary, very...
very evil, very dangerous.
Especially when Obafemi is tossing you around. Definitely scary. Okay, we get Bailey in the ring, who calls out Lyra, and Lyra looks like she hasn't bathed in about 3 months.
Yeah, she just came out looking like a homeless woman in a fucking ripped up outfit.
She looked like she just, like, when you play Saints Row or GTA or something and you see zombies and, like, the clothes, that's what she looked like.
She definitely had something. Bro, like she had a virus.
Bro, her eyes, whatever makeup they used, yeah, she looked like she was about to just vomit all over Bailey. Best way I can describe it. Lyra tells Bailey to apologize to her for holding her back for the past year. Lyra says if you weren't so obsessed with all your past friendships failing, it'd be okay. But then she calls her a doormat, says she drags everyone down, and that she was the worst of the four horsewomen.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, which is fair. I feel like her career definitely went the least furthest out of all of them. Like, Charlotte is Charlotte, right? Sasha Banks is over there in the Indies murdering fools.
Yeah, she's like a 30 champion or some stupid shit now.
Yeah, and then who was the last one? Was it Becky?
Yeah, and Becky is the man.
Becky's, yeah, exactly. So, I feel like in a way she's kind of right. But Bailey fires back with, I was the first one of them to become a Grand Slam champion.
But what have you done recently?
Exactly. Which is fine, but you've done nothing recently.
Or since, really.
Yeah. Like you won the world title a couple times. You were part of the team that won the women's tag team champions the first ever time. Cool.
Every time she wins the world title, it's a flop though, and everyone's just like, "Oh, get this off her."
Yeah, it's true. The only reign I feel like she actually had that was decent for only the first couple months was her first one. Every reign after that has just kind of been like, okay, cool. Not really though.
I can see that.
She said she's going to add to her list of accomplishments by beating her ass in Madison Square Garden because she talked to Pierce and they're getting a match at Saturday night's main event. Lyra decides that means it's time to attack her, but Bailey was ready. but Lyra does get the upper hand with a clothesline. She hits a Bailey to belly, and she walks off, hopefully to get some medicine for her virus that she probably just gave to Bailey.
Yeah, she gave her cooties.
Give her something.
Confirmed cooties.
The gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship is next, and it starts off with Dirty Dom and Joe Hendry. Hendry is eliminated by a 619 followed by a frog splash, and I just want to say, poor Joe Hendry. Man didn't even get a chance. Joe Hendry should be doing more than what they're doing with him. I feel like they hired him and they're just like, what do we do with this guy?
Well, they basically hired another Elias and they couldn't do anything with him.
Except people are like, oh, people really seem to like this guy because of his theme song, but we don't really know why he's here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never even watched him before he came to WWE, so it's like I don't really care.
Right. Javon Evans enters the match next. After JD gets involved, Evans hits a 619, and we get Danhausen. It's match was 1,000 times better just because Danhausen was there.
Exactly.
He curses Dom, but it hits the wrong turnbuckle, and Dom tells JD to handle it, but it allows time for Evans to hit the OG cutter and pin Dom, and Dom is eliminated. But the Hausen Mobile was still up there, but I didn't see Danhausen. Did he abandon the Hausen Mobile? I hope
he just
not.
left his car out there. He's like, yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out. They can tow it.
Right, they can bring it back later. I'm sure that they're not going to impound it on me. I'll just curse them.
He said, you leave my car alone or I'll curse you.
Dragon Lee is the next one to enter, and these two had a banger in the ring.
Banger, I barely know. Sorry.
I feel bad using the word banger now though, because Sheamus.
But dude, did you fucking see his transformation?
Yeah, he's jacked now.
Bro, maybe if you did that in the WWE instead of getting fat as shit, at least for him. Realistically, he wasn't fat. He still looked great. But for him, and compared to how he could look clearly with those fucking pictures, yeah, brother, you were like fucking 100 pounds overweight almost. Like, what are you doing? You're a professional wrestler. Your job relies on how you look, partially. Like, unless you're Danhausen, then you could just be amazing because you're funny. But unless you're trying to be Danhausen, you know, you have to look fucking awesome.
So what do you think, TNA?
They didn't want him, I heard. Or no, that was AEW, I think.
Yeah, AEW blocked his agent a while ago because they tried to hire him while he was still under contract with WWE, and they told him no, so they blocked his agent.
I mean, what do you expect?
I don't think it's going to be AEW like everyone else thinks. I'm going to say probably TNA, because TNA just seems to pick everybody up that leaves WWE.
He should go to AAA.
And murder everybody over there.
I wonder if he could still technically go to AAA, like if he would just be under contract with Rey Mysterio now, right?
Yeah, I think their contracts are separate because you don't really see many AAA guys like on the, like if you do see a AAA guy, they were usually on like SmackDown or Raw first. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually people that you already know, which is weird that the Viking Raiders are even in AAA because, I mean, they're kind of agile, but not as agile as cruiserweights. So it's a little weird, but
shit, they do put on interesting matches, so that'd be cool to watch them just destroy a bunch of small Mexican dudes.
This is true. This is true. So yeah, after they had their match, I'm not gonna say that word. anymore. Uh, Evans eliminates Dragon Lee off a roll up, and then Rusev is next to enter, but he comes from behind.
Giggity.
Well, in the most platonic way possible.
I don't know. Rusev was looking kind of sussy boy the entire freaking time he was wrestling Javon Evans. I'm not gonna lie, especially when he put in the altered we'll get to that. But he looked later on in the match in that one move that he did where he had altered his stance to get more power. He looked very sussy. Like bro was just hugging up on him.
So, Javon Evans picked up Rusev. Rusev had the accolade, and this man picked up Rusev on his back. Javon Evans, who Rusev probably weighs double, picked him up. It's just mind blowing to me.
Maybe even triple. I swear they're lying about how much this man weighs. I think he weighs like 170.
Yeah, what's Rusev, like 3 something? It's
probably because there's no way this man's anything over 200.
No, there's no way. I think what they say, what they say Javon Evans was a 173. So it's wild that he was able to do that, but in the end, he passes out from an accolade that he gets put in again later in the match. That's probably the one where he altered his stance and he was looking a little sussy, like you said.
Yeah, when he went to go give him the accolade, he was literally like about to freak out, and then he starts hugging him in his face instead of like doing the normal hold. Yeah, they're saying he's 195. I'm like, maybe I could believe that. I'm honestly going 180, 170.
Yeah, I don't really see that. I don't know. Anyway, Chad Gable enters next, and he pins Rusev on a roll up. It wasn't very long, just was there. But as Ethan Page makes his way to the ring, he has Gable in the accolade, and he's just like, "Yeah, go in there, go get him." I basically whooped his ass for you. And then a few minutes later, Page ends up tapping out to the ankle lock, and that was the last person. So Chad Gable wins the gauntlet. Chad Gable is going to fight Penta for the Intercontinental title.
Which I'm so happy that fucking Rusev or anyone else didn't beat Chad Gable, because I'm just like, he deserves it after going through the whole ordeal, getting injured, and then coming back and basically like reinventing himself. He can get a title win.
I truly believe that Chad Gable is going to beat Penta.
He better. Penta's been a boring champ. Like, he defends a lot, but he doesn't cut inner.
Yeah, he was. Promo. Yeah, he was really good at first, like with the title, but now it's just kind of been at that point where it's like, all right, time to get the title. And I think that's the direction that they're trying to go, but they couldn't just be like, hey, Chad Gable's back, let's just give him a title match now. There has to be like a little bit of story to it.
They're trying to be more inclusive, it feels like, at WWE, and give people who are foreign better chances or whatever, but it just doesn't fit the mold. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what Penta's saying most of the time, and if I do know what he's saying and he cuts a promo, it doesn't hit the same because English isn't his first language, so he can't put the emotion behind it the same way. And then same with stuff like Shinsuke, he can't emphasize his points the proper way to make it get across to the fans.
I'm all for these guys, getting titles and stuff, but there comes a point where it's like, all right, it's time to put the title on someone different because this guy just isn't as over as he was when the championship reign started, or this guy is more over, so we need to give him the title.
If
I think that's
make it work with like Asuka. Then
exactly. Sure. Even Io Sky, I could see it working. I mean, she's not too great, but she can at least speak English.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. They don't book these guys well on top of the fact that they can't cut promos, so it's like it doesn't work out.
They like to rely too much around like the promos, but it's like if you're a champion, just fight. Like, like it's not Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying? Like Roman Reigns just shows up to talk.
Right.
That's it. Um, but Penta does come down to the ring and they do a face to face and he shakes his hand. They didn't pull each other close like CM Punk did to Cody, where it looked like they were about to make out. So that was good.
You don't want to see a little
Um,
bro kissing
yeah,
session between Cody and Punk?
I don't, but I do feel bad for whoever had to do Penta's makeup because he showed up for about 5 seconds and was literally in full makeup. Um, I say the same about Danhausen because homeboy has makeup on and just don't fight.
It's it's a performer's life.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not like it's just like a little skit. Like it's worldwide TV, so I understand it. We see Roman Reigns arriving at the arena because apparently Roman Reigns is able to arrive whenever the hell he feels like it.
Fuck Roman.
Because if I just showed up at work when it was my turn to do work, I wouldn't have a job. Okay.
I would. They need it. No, I'm just kidding.
Roman says his normal crap, and then Seth Rollins comes out and signs the contract as soon as he sits down because Seth knows that he wants this match, and I don't think Roman knows if he wants it or not. Um, Rollins says there's a few things in life that are certain, and it's death, taxes, and Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns, and I just love hearing that every time he says it.
Right.
Reigns says we aren't even on. Reigns says we aren't even on the same level, and I'll show you what number one looks like, bro. When's the last time you were able to beat Seth Rollins when it mattered?
It's hard.
I got the answer to that.
These.
Never.
It's still hard hearing these though, because he says there's one thing that's guaranteed is that Seth will win, but then I'm like, but then you lost 20 times to this dude.
I think they want us to believe that Roman can't beat Seth when it matters, but he can beat him when it's just like under nothing, like no.
I get that, but I'm like,
Yeah,
it's hard to like sell it when you've lost before.
yeah, I can see what you mean, but this promo did get better because they stopped relying on that so heavily, like later. But so yeah, after Reigns signs the contract, Seth says, "Thank you for keeping my title warm for me, and I'll see you next time you want to show up at work." Fucking got him. Okay, fucking got him. And Reigns was not happy. He was like, "Hey, you can't just sign it and run." He says, "But what if you do beat me? You gonna carry it for a few months and then get hurt again?" Fucking roasted him. Like they just like this was so good. They literally just roasted each other for the rest of the promo, and it was so good. And this is where I got confused. Roman Reigns says some people can't carry the burden or weight of being the top guy around here. Bro, you don't even show up to fucking work, so neither can you muppet. Like, don't sit there and make claims when you don't even come to work. Like, it's just, Seth Rollins is just like, say what you gotta say, just get it off your chest. And he says, after all these years, you still need a Money in the Bank briefcase to become champion, and you had to fake an injury to do it.
But did it work?
But yeah, I was gonna say, but it worked, didn't it? You're just mad, Roman, because you've never won Money in the Bank, because if you were ever in a ladder match, you would not be able to climb it fast enough. Sorry, but you're too bulky. Roman says, I'm number one and always will be, so just acknowledge me, bitch. And it's like, okay, that's fine. And Rollins is just like, that's all you got. And he says, I'm never going to be as good as you. And he says it's Seth Rollins' catchphrase. And he says, I'm glad I'm not you. And then hits Roman with the head with the microphone and just starts beating his ass. He looks like he's
Because
gonna leave, but goes for a stomp, but Roman hits him with the Superman punch. Now, my problem with this is, why does Roman just pop up like that and think that he can just no sell shit? I don't like it.
he's the Rock 2.0, but more cocky.
You know what? You're not wrong. Uh, Roman moves the table in position and he goes to powerbomb Seth. Seth hits him in the head once again with a microphone and hits a pedigree. He then delivers a stomp and stands over Roman as the show comes to a close. And yeah, that was Monday Night Raw.
It was
I
pretty good.
think it was really good. I think putting a gauntlet in there, obviously to fill time, but also it had a meaning, so I wasn't mad about it. Plus, it was more of a mid card thing, so it wasn't just like, oh, this top star, and let's give them title shot. It was like, let's take our best mid card guys, put them all in one match, and let's make it for the Intercontinental title, number one contendership.
I feel like it
So
was really done well too with the way they did it, putting it in between everything.
yeah, it kind of served as the main event, but also served as the mid carder because, I mean, obviously with 7 people, it's going to be a pretty long match.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I liked how it was done, and I liked that we had a lot of promo, but I also liked that we had a lot of match. Like we had really good promos, but the promos didn't feel overly like done.
It felt pretty good, well balanced.
Yeah, like everyone on the Vision can cut a pretty okay promo, right? Like, in my opinion, the best promo
Except
cutter
Logan
in the
Paul.
Vision right now is yeah, is yeah, not Logan Paul, but um, I think that they made the right call by not making it all promo, and there was like a fight at the end because
I'm just waiting for
nobody
somebody
on
to
the.
attack Logan Paul while he's injured.
I don't think that that's gonna happen, unfortunately, but
Racism.
I would like to see it.
Mm.
If Otis wanted to hit the caterpillar on him, I think he would have been fine.
He should have power bombed him.
Through the table,
Yes, yes.
broke his other arm, maybe.
Curb stomp him on the fucking steel steps.
Oh, also, when Paul Heyman was talking in the backstage, saying that he was proud of them, he said that Logan Paul is healing like fast. I There's been no update on. He's just been showing up to work.
Right.
I don't know how fast he's healing. How do you know how fast he's healing, Paul?
He's healing
Are
fast
you
because he
looking?
does steroids.
That's probably yeah. I mean, but also, Paul, have you been looking at his medical records? I don't know how fast he's healing, but apparently, Paul Heyman knows everything. But what would you give a rating for the show out of 10?
Probably like a 6.5, 7. It was good, but like it wasn't. I had maybe some spoiled from the last really good ones, so that were like 8s. I'm like,
Yeah.
this one was like decent.
Yeah, I think it was like I know we said good things about the gauntlet match, but also it took up so much of the show. Um, that I feel like could have been filled with other stuff.
I blame the rating
Like,
for Rusev. He made it weird. It made it look like he was trying to molest Javon Evans, and that made me uncomfortable.
but also we didn't get any continuation of like the Vision and the Street Profits.
Right.
I mean, that like why even give the Street Profits the titles at that point?
Is Bird just injured or something then?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. Like, I know I was like, oh, Alpha Academy is gonna be next up for like, a title match, but you're just gonna attack them, and that's probably gonna be the match. You're not even gonna like try to get the Street Profits back in and have them both have a match? No? Seems weird. But yeah, I'd probably say 7.5. I did like a lot of the promos, and I did kind of just like how they just roasted each other during the contract signing.
This is true. That was
Um,
very funny.
I did also like how Seth was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave. We already did what we had to do. Like, we don't have to beat each other up during contract signing." But Roman was like, "Nope, you can't do that because you roasted me, and now I have to roast you." But I can see why some people, I guess, didn't like it. Like, okay, we didn't get the table spot, but that
Hmm.
doesn't need to put Roman through a table. That beats Roman when it matters. Just saying. But that's all I got. If there's anything you want to add,
I believe that's it for me. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, and then let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will see you in the next one, and peace. I don't know what I
deuces.
said.